Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. Seeing mostly sunny conditions out there this morning, with some fairly seasonable temperatures overall. Should see mostly sunny to partly cloudy conditions at times as we move through the day today. Not expecting any precipitation or lightning, but we will see those winds become fairly breezy with a good chance of seeing a wind advisory as we move through the day, and seeing mainly dry conditions prevail as we move over the coming days. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we have this boundary up to the north and northwest. It's going to kind of drape in over the local area and decay as we move through the day today. It's enough that's going to bring a few clouds here and there as we move through the day, but no precipitation again expected. In the coming days, we'll see this high pressure to the west, slowly building over the region and then moving eastward as we get into Friday. That's when we're going to see a return to southerly flow and set up for a fairly warm pattern as we move into the end of the week and in through the weekend. Current conditions this morning, just a few clouds around 8,000 feet, winds out of the northwest at 7 knots, temperature 46 degrees, and relative humidity is at 76%. Taking a look at the current visible satellite, we can see this cloud layer off to the northwest around 8,000 feet. Could see some of that swing through the local area as we move through the day today, bringing some scattered clouds, possibly a ceiling at 8,000 feet, but most likely staying scattered to few as we move through the day today with plenty of sun. If we look at the European model here, see what we can expect the next couple of days. And we have this trough kind of settling in over the area, keeping temperatures fairly seasonable to somewhat chilly as we move into the evening. But no precipitation expected as we move through the day. Again, just a few clouds here or there as we move into the evening. We'll see mostly clear skies. We'll see those breezy conditions start to weaken with winds becoming light, and that's going to allow temperatures to cool down quite chilly, just above freezing here at Wallops, possibly hitting below freezing at points north as we have those clear skies and light winds. As we move into the day on Thursday, we'll see a fairly similar day with high pressure and control, but we won't see the breeze for Thursday that we'll see today. But overall dry conditions and mostly sunny to partly cloudy conditions expected through the day. Going overnight into Friday, as mentioned, that area of high pressure moves off to the east-southeast. That's going to bring a return of southerly flow into the area for Friday, slightly breezy through the day, and we'll see warming temperatures as we move through the day, and a warm boundary starts to lift through the area. It's going to mainly bring some additional cloud cover over the area for our Friday, but things looking warm and slightly breezy, particularly as we get later in the day. And as you can see here, with that warm boundary moving through, can't rule out maybe a slight chance of a light sprinkle late into the evening and overnight time frame, but overall it doesn't look like much in the way of accumulation with this, just an isolated light shower or sprinkle as this moves through in the evening time frame. So looking at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, main risks today will be those elevated winds, starting off with an orange risk this morning, increasing to a red risk, and then possibly lingering risk into the first part of the evening as those winds start to settle down. Expecting those winds to increase out of the west-northwest, 10 to 15 knots, gusting up to 24 knots as we get into the later morning time frame. Then our peak winds during the afternoon time will be out of the northwest, 12 to 17 knots, gusting up to 28 knots. And then again, those winds will start to subside as we go into the evening. As mentioned, just a few to scattered clouds around 8,000 feet as we move through the first part of the day today, possibly seeing a ceiling at 8,000 feet briefly. Otherwise, trending mostly sunny to partly cloudy as we move through the day and becoming clear as we go into the evening. Our high temperature today expected in the mid-50s, right about seasonable for this time of year. And then going into the evening, again, there's clear skies, light winds. Will allow those temperatures to fall to 33 degrees for our low, so that's below average for this time of year, but expecting those to stay just above freezing as we start the day on Thursday with just a few clouds around the area as well. Tides running normal, and Thursday we'll see mostly sunny, partly cloudy conditions once again with a seasonal high of 55 degrees. We'll see some slightly breezy conditions at times, but well below that wind advisory criteria the way things are looking right now. Green conditions for our weather risk that continues over the next couple of days. Partly cloudy, through the night, Thursday night, keeping a slight breeze as that wind turns more out of the south, and we'll have a slight chance for some patchy mist with some low-level moisture with a low temperature around 44 degrees. Friday, we'll see partly to mostly cloudy conditions as those clouds increase with that warm boundary moving through, but we will see mild conditions and becoming slightly breezy later in the day, looking at a high of 65 degrees. And as mentioned, very slight chance of an isolated sprinkle or light shower, mainly late in this time frame and more so after this time frame into the evening. So should see dry conditions for our work period on Friday. That's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. to take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.